Wayne, Colin from HeyUGuys movie website. Do you want to tell us firstly when and why you started this event?
Well, we've been doing events called Vintage Festival for quite a few years now, since 2010. And we've always thought that the car element of it has always been big, and people selling stuff has always been big. And we just had this idea about car boot sales had in general become a bit dull. And we had this idea of why not we could really spice it up by having a classic car boot sale, put it with great design products, so put it with great food sold out of classic vans, and it would have. We thought it possibly would have kind of minority appeal, but it would be a really cool thing to do. But then we got that wrong. It's got mass appeal. Everybody seems to love a classic car. They come in, they buy the stuff, they eat and drink at the bars, they love the DJs and the dancing. And basically it's turned into a festival, but it only costs £4 to get in. It's a mini festival and it's cost £4 to get in.
Oh, what do you think is the appeal of retro to so many people?
Well, I don't use the word retro at all. This is about timeless design. You look at any of these cars here, and they're pieces of beauty. Sometimes, if a designer does his or her job brilliantly, they've created something that lasts forever. So, for example, this Mac is probably 50 years old, but if I said I'd bought it from Paul Smith or somewhere this week, nobody would argue. It's just right. The weave is right, the cut is right. Same as the suit I've got on. These shoes are 1970s shoes that I've got on, but they'll still be going strong in another 30, 40 years. And I don't think I look the word retro. For me, retro is dressing up in a Michael Jackson wig and going to a hen do. This is about timeless design, and that's what vintage is.
So do you think there is any key to timeless design? How do you capture that? Or is it
quality? It's things that are not gimmicky. It's things that kind of have beauty that lasts for a hell of a long time, and that's what timeless design is.
What do you think that people get out of coming to this? You said you were surprised by the numbers of people who come.
Well, I think they get loads of eye candy. They see lots of other people. It's a shared movement. They hear good music. They can get great food and great beer from the craft beer bus and the Route Master bus. And they get that kind of, it's a day out, but also it's a day out where you can spend as much money as you want, as little or as much as you want.
And out of the vehicles, have you seen a favourite one here so far?
There's loads, but there's a red Renault, which I've never seen before, a small red Renault sports car over there. And I've not seen one before. I don't know what the make or model. Well, I know what the make is. It's a Renault. I don't know what the model is. I'm going to check it out in a bit.
You're not going to put an offer in?
It's not for sale. I'm sure it isn't.
Thank you very much indeed.
Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey You